where truth leads, silence breaks, and every case gets the voice it deserves. I'm Survivor Speaks, and today's investigation starts right now.
What's up, y'all? What's up? What's up? It's your girl Survivor Speaks back with a live video before we end the year out. I actually have two stories. I'm only doing one, but I have a story that I'm very interested in doing. And I gotta think about when I'm gonna do it today, tomorrow. I don't want to give a set time because then I life is life, and then I'll be all over the place. Um, for the most part, y'all know what's going on, but then there's some additional things going on. Life be just like that. So, um, this story is so sad here. Let me see. I know I got for always in the chat. Thank you so much for always hopping in here, dealing with my shenanigans. I truly, truly appreciate you. Um, this story is sad, but the other story that I was going to do before this one, I really don't know which one is worse. But the other one is very, 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 very triggering. So I decided to do this one first. This is triggering, but it's I don't want to say that any one thing is less triggering than the other thing, but yeah. So anyway, let's get into it because yeah, I do have another story that we're gonna be dropping the video for that, y'all. It's crazy. So, a police officer in Baltimore, in Baltimore, um, is supposed to protect the people, and he was charged with the red rum of his stepson. I want y'all to hear stepson. This is not even his son, not his biological son, but his stepson. This story it is crazy and diabolical all on its own. This man, Eric Banks, was supposed to serve and protect and not bring harm to his own family. Behind closed doors, his family was living in an HE double hockey sticks behind closed doors. And that goes for everybody that was in the family. His wife had got a restraining order against him. She was moving to Arizona. She was going to take the DJ as the 15-year-old son who was unalived by this monster, Eric Banks. He thought he was going to outsmart the police, but that's not how it went. He is also a Navy veteran. Yes, for always. It is crazy. He was a Navy veteran. He tried to have the police unalive him. He was clearly unaffected. He was unaffected by what he had just did. And a lot of times, like, we don't have nice things to say about cops because of the temperature of the world, right? So people see ICE as cops, law enforcement. ICE is not law enforcement. They are a gang of criminals. Most of them have criminal records. Check it out for yourself. It is what it is. That's why they're wearing the hood. That's why they don't show their face. You don't see real law enforcement officers out here with their face covered up, with masks or anything like that. Most of the people on that that work on this ICE program they have criminal records. They would have never passed a background check, any of that. So that's who they have running ICE, and they are running rampant, committing crimes and getting paid for it. All right, let me move away from that because I don't really like to get political. Let me stay on track. But I'm saying that to say these officers are the example of what it means to serve and protect, use their discernment and all that, and not give up because they were able to read through, what this guy was telling them. It did not make sense, but if you listen to him talk at first, it could have made sense. It could have all made sense. But, the cops walked away and canvassed the neighborhood looking for DJ, and they couldn't find him, and something just didn't sit right with them, so they went back. The thing that touched me the most and brought me to tears was the officer that found him. He was a mess. He was a wreck because he tried to do CPR on DJ. He administered CPR rather, and it did not work. So he was a mess. And even afterwards, once like all of the other police, got on, arrived at the scene, they had to actually, he wanted to stay there, but you can tell that he was so shooken up that, some of his colleagues told them to take him to, walk with him down the street. He needs like a breather, but he wanted to come back because I just, from looking at it, and I'm going to look at a video. Hopefully I don't listen. Y'all know people be going crazy about their videos, but this guy did a really good job on the video. So I'm going to use it for educational purposes and for commentary purposes only. The description to his channel and a link to the video is in the description. So I'm going to be using his video, and for some parts I might just stop it, and I have to give commentary. I just can't play it straight through. Those are the rules of YouTube. So people are always asking, why are you just let the video play? Why are you stopping the video? That is one of YouTube's guidelines. You have to do commentary on the video. If you're using it for educational purposes, you just can't play the video straight through without doing any commentary. So there you go. He was this officer. Well, the officers plural were more shaken up than the stepfather. The sad thing is, and because I don't know if we're gonna, I don't know if we're gonna get to this. The sad thing is that when they first knocked on the door to speak with him, I think at that point DJ may have been able to be revived. But what happened was he told them a story. They went to canvass the neighborhood to see if they saw him. At that point, he took his stepson upstairs and put him in a crawl space in his bedroom. Just trigger warning. Sorry for anybody that is watching or may watch on the replay. The story is triggering. However, thank you for always. The story is triggering. And DJ's mother said that crawl space always bothered her because there is a light in there. You will see the space, and the very moment that he was getting, Eric Banks was getting agitated a little bit because they were getting closer and closer to, I guess, what he thought was a cover up, a secret or whatever, what have you. And they look and see DJ and immediately, turn him around, put him in cuffs. And yeah, we're gonna watch the part where he's acting a fool outside. But I couldn't understand why they just didn't put him in the back of the cop car and they kept putting him in the front of the cop car. So he tried to get them to commit um unalivement by a cop, but it wasn't happening. And then this guy added part of the let me not call him this guy. Let me that's not nice. Let me the guy, his doctor. Hold on a minute. Let me see. It is Dr. Insanity. Dr. Insanity did a good job on, finding different things and putting it together. And they show a portion of the interrogation. When they show his interrogation, and it's just, I was so upset when I watched the interrogation video. This guy definitely has to be a psychopath. So I can only imagine what his wife and children went through in their home. The wife tried to file for a restraining order the first time. They denied her. They denied her, and when she filed for a restraining order this time, they both filed against each other. So it was given to them, and she was going to pick DJ up and move into Arizona. But unfortunately, that didn't go the way that she wanted it to go, or anybody for that matter wanted it to go, with the exception of Eric Banks. And so we are here. So let me bring it up. Oh wow, I have it up. All right, so I think I wanted to go past his music. All right, this guy is such a piece of crap, y'all. Let me see. All right, so he's just telling you a little bit about Eric here, but I want to make sure he has. Okay, hold on. Okay, so this is a video from Dr. Insanity. Like I said, the link to the video is in my description. I'm using this um, under the Fair Use Doctrine of 1976 for educational purposes. But follow me, he has a lot of great videos on his page. I actually want to probably reach out to him. So let me tell you about this case. This case is from, hold on 1 second. All right, here we go. Yeah, here we go. But all right, is make sure that it's sharing with the volume, the sound. Okay. Before I start this video, let me see. I was gonna look for some, y'all. I was getting ready to say something else. I'm all over the place, but where is my? And let me show you guys a picture. Bring DJ over like really quick. I try to do that now. Have the victim up. He was explained by everyone as a helpful individual. This is a picture from the GoFundMe account they have for him. He was explained as somebody that was so helpful. He played the violin. They said he wasn't a bad kid. He was just, always helpful. And so, it always hurts. And to see his stepfather lie in this video, it's truly, it's a mess. So Let's start the video. Let me start the video. And for always, you can tell me if put a one in the chat if you can hear it. You should be able to hear it because I made sure that the volume was on. But
Officers report hearing loud bangs from the upstairs of the home. However, nobody comes to answer the door. After multiple minutes of waiting, an out-of-breath Eric finally greets the officers.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing good, boss. And yourself?
I'm doing good. At a Porter one. I'm out with him. What's going on today, man?
You're supposed to be serving a piece of protective order.
Supposed to be serving it on you, or?
I don't mean to stop it so fast, but I want you to know that he just got finished unaliving this young boy. Just look at his mannerisms. Listen to what he's saying. He just got finished unaliving this boy, and that's what took him so long coming to the door. You see, he's out of breath. What's up, Rebecca? I'm so glad you made it. We are just starting. You see, he's out of breath, right? Look at his demeanor and the way he's talking to them, like calling him bro and brother and all this other bull crap. And you just got finished unaliving a 15-year-old boy. I just want to make sure that I say that to you guys. So, because this is so disturbing on so many levels. So he has here the District Court of Maryland for Anne Arundel County. So they put it in for a petition for protection and or peace order continuation. He was following me. All it says is I called my mom and told her I was scared. She advised me to go to the police station, but I wasn't near one. Oh, wow. This is something that I even missed. So I called the police and told them I was being followed by my spouse. So this is the wife. Yeah, and I was scared because I didn't know how or why he was following me. So that is from the wife. Electro Jed, what's up? What's up? Welcome in. I haven't seen you in a while, but you're always welcome here. So just look at his demeanor. Listen to what he's saying, his actions. He just got finished unaliving his 15-year-old stepson. Let's go.
Both of us.
Okay.
The judge just ordered us to stay away from each other.
Okay.
Sit down, buddy. Sit
Do
down.
you all have some sort of like court order agreement on custody or something?
My oldest, I know he ran out the back door somewhere. All his stuff out the back door.
He ran out.
What's going on, boss? I know you get DJ. I know you're getting tired of seeing us. Where's DJ? She called him and he went out the back door. It's not here. No. You want to come in?
Just let you know you're being audited.
Oh, I know. I see I got the body cam.
Yeah.
She said he was like, "Do you have a phone?" Huh? I took my phones back. Okay. Yeah. So all the phones are on my plan. Separating everything.
You have no idea where you just let a 15-year-old walk out of your house with all his bags packed.
No, his bag's at the back door. I literally told him, wait for your mom to get here. The police supposed to come here to serve her a piece of protective order. The judge told her to call you guys before she comes to. I'm not trying to get in trouble. I understand.
Eric and his wife Latrice had both individually filed a protective order against each other, making it illegal to speak to one another without a police escort. However, since Eric is not the biological father of Dason, Latrice had custodial rights to him, which is why he was packing his belongings as he and Latrice were preparing to leave the residence. Dason's disappearance on the very day he and his mom were supposed to move out makes the situation even more unusual. So officers continue speaking with Eric, hoping to understand the family dynamic and gather any clues that might point to where Dason is. But what Eric says next only raises their suspicions even further.
So, she's supposed to call you to come meet you?
You have no idea where DJ is.
Honestly, bro, no. I like
with no phone or anything.
You can check the ADT. It shows when he ran out the door.
I believe you, but I mean,
I'm not gonna fight. I'm not gonna do that.
Listen, it's a 15-year-old boy. Having a phone probably would have been, if he's walking out of the house, probably would have been a good idea to leave him with, and you can work out those kinks later.
But see, this is the thing.
This is getting messy, man.
Yeah, I tried to tell him. I said, sit here, wait for your mom to get here. I went upstairs. Before I can come downstairs, he's already going out the back door. So I guess she coordinated, because she's somewhere in the area, I'm presuming.
Yeah.
So she pretty much coordinated with him to come out there.
Okay. All right. Hang tight.
All right.
All right.
Sitting beside Eric are his two sons, 5-year-old Evan Banks and 3-year-old Tristan Banks. Officers didn't know it at the time, but these two would play a pivotal role in uncovering the horrifying scene that just happened inside their home. But for now,
that is a crawl space right there. He just circled it. So for the sake of, I'm going to speed past this a little bit because, like I said, even though I'm using it for educational purposes, I don't know how this guy is going to react. He did a lot of great work, but like I said, it is in the bio, the link. I want to get to the point where they actually look. Okay, so let me just bring it back here. This will be did I see is Nessa? Did I see her? I thought I saw her in here. I want to miss saying hi to anyone. All right. So yeah, he's still sitting here lying, y'all. Let's listen to the liar
about the whole situation. His mom.
That's neither here nor there.
But this is what I'm trying to tell you. Me and him sat at the table. He cried to me yesterday. He said he don't want this separation. Like, he knows we'll be separated before. He said he's tired of it. He's tired of feeling like he has to choose sides. He's 15. He's a teenager. He knows he don't want to be. He's like, I don't want to be in separate homes. That. And we said that to I said, DJ, it's nothing really we could do. I'm not going to change you. I love you, care for you. We had a whole deep heart-to-heart conversation. Today, we went to court. The judge awarded him, and I called him. I said, DJ, I guess your mom told the judge you wanted to go with her, and you're going with her. He's like, what? I was like, well, start packing your bags, because you're going with Arizona with your mom. Unfortunately, I guess you're not coming back here. And that was just that. She called him. They had a conversation. I said, what did your mom say? She on the way to come pick you up. He said, yeah, but she's supposed to come here. I said, well, we're going to wait. Because before she comes here and there's some type of altercation, there needs to be police here. They can escort her, grab her whatever she needs to grab, and go about this peaceful. Next thing you know, I went upstairs. I come out.
So do you think did he leave here because he didn't want to go with his mom either?
That could be.
He could be hiding out at a friend's house. I mean, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, in my opinion, I think that probably is the best, because if he told her,
the text messages for her, I have food for you. Okay.
Yeah.
So it sounded like he wanted to go be with his mom.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying.
All right. All right. Just put the bags inside for now. And
okay.
We'll try to figure it out.
All right, brother.
Yeah.
officers would spend another 15 minutes canvassing the area.
Let me just get past here. Yeah, Electro Jet, you are absolutely correct. It is total BS what he's saying right about now. Everything he said right about now. And what I did miss when I watched this, came across this video, I didn't even realize that you could see all the sweat on the front of his shirt. It was a lot of it. And so they look for DJ for 15 minutes. Let me just get past here. And that's his mother. So they look for him for 15 minutes and they come back. All right, so let's pick it up where they come back and to more of his lies. This is crazy.
Lead, they decide to ask Eric if he'd voluntarily consent to a search inside the home, hoping Dason may be hiding inside. No one expected that this simple request would soon alter both their and Eric's lives forever.
I just want to make sure he's out of the house. That's fine. I'll do it with you then, since we're here. Hey, Buck, I do it once so we make sure he's not hiding. Yep, cool. Yeah, so, he's about to walk in. If he's cool, but I'm walking in. He's got help. Alright. Alright. That's your room. The one with the bunk bed right here. This is the kids' room. DJ! This is my room, baby. Oh, see, yeah, he's told us he's not hiding.
In Officer Adams' report of the incident, he notes that at this point in their home search, Eric's demeanor had changed. He advised Eric to relax and let them freely search the home. They proceed to make their way to the third floor of the home, the floor which stores Eric's chilling secret. But before we get to that, if you want to start eating better this new year, HelloFresh makes it easy.
Hold on, y'all. Let me take this. I gotta remember. I can't do no ads. Okay. Just want to make sure we're past the ad. What is going on with it?
Yeah. So this is where my does it. Okay. You got a little weight on your car?
Yes, I do.
You got a weight back up? Okay.
It might dim on you.
What's up? 95. Alright. What's up, bro? Alright, God.
Inside the hole in Eric's bedroom lies Dayson's deceased body, already cold to the touch. Eric forgot to fully close the hole before meeting with the officers. The gruesome discovery would leave the two officers in shock. They try to keep their composure while transporting Eric to a patrol vehicle.
What's up? They came right now.
Alright, where are we?
Automatic. Have one foot now. DJ! What's up? What happened?
Let's go to the car, alright?
Yeah, let's go to the car.
In the problem.
Alright, yes. Oh, in the phone, sir.
Here, let me move one thing out of your way.
I agree.
Alright, just see for me. Alright.
While Eric is being detained, Officer Voss attempts life-saving measures on Dayson, noting that his condition appeared consistent with an unresponsive individual. He also notes that Dayson was shirtless and that his jeans were heavily soaked with moisture from an unknown source. Outside the home, Eric is temporarily placed in the patrol vehicle, but within moments, the situation begins to spiral out of the officer's control.
Hasbro, stay seated. We have one custody.
Alright, yeah.
I need you to stay seated.
Okay, alright. Okay, about the, alright, go ahead. Can I just kiss my boys real quick?
No, I need you to stay in the car, right? Listen.
Yeah, I got you, bro. Just let me kiss my boys.
Stay in the car.
Oh, just let me kiss my boys.
Stay in the car.
I'm just saying, like, just let me kiss my boys real quick, bro. Alright, I'm coming in the car. I'm going in the car. I'm not doing all that.
So, for always, what made them look in the crawl space? He had just did that. He had just put him in here. He just put him in the crawl space. He didn't close it all the way. So they saw that it was open a little bit, and he tried explaining to them. He stepped in front of them and he tried explaining to them that that's where he keeps his firearms, because he is Baltimore. He was a Baltimore cop at the time, so he didn't get suspended until after they made a discovery, and not for the DV case that him and his wife had going on against each other. So that's why they looked in the crawl space. But I don't understand is why they're attempting to put him in the front of the vehicle. Y'all should have put him in the back, because when I turn it back on, just look at what he does and how many times he does it. It's crazy. He's a psychopath, and you can tell from right here.
I'm not starting off, bastard. I'm not going off. I think you just... Here, listen, just...
Alright, stand up, turn around, don't do anything.
I'm not.
Stay in the car, stay up against the car. Alright, now get back in.
Hey! No, I'm not going with you. Stop pushing me, dude! I just want to kiss my boys, bro. Come on. Just let me kiss my boys. Get back in the car! Alright, come on.
The mom is parked at the corner of Hilltop.
Stay in there, you're not coming out no matter what.
Alright, bro.
Without additional units on scene, Officer Sutton struggles to keep Eric restrained. Sutton attempts to secure Eric's handcuffs using a double lock, a mechanism that prevents cuffs from tightening or being manipulated. However, Eric uses his police experience to exploit this, and while his previous attempts at evasion have failed, he'd make one more, final, far more violent attempt to get away.
I just threw my life away.
Just stop. What are you doing?
I just threw my life away, bro.
Will you stop?
Okay.
Stop unbuckling.
I
What are
just
you
threw my
doing?
life away, though.
I don't care. Hey, listen. Stop.
Just choke.
Stop. What are you doing?
Just choke me.
Choke. Get back in the car.
Just choke me. Just choke me. Just choke me.
Adam Ford. Look, to Adam Wayne. Can you come back out here, please?
Wait! Get off my gun! Look, just choke me. Just choke me.
Adam Ford, trying to grab a gun. Adam Ford, trying to grab a gun. Stop! Get in the car, Walter. Get in the car.
Now, in here.
Turn him out. Turn him out. Turn him out. Turn him out. On his arm. Stop. I can't stop. Just get on my wrist. And my hands going up. I can't stop? Yeah. My hands going up. Alright. Turn them like that. Yeah, hold on. I told you broke it. It's numb. Alright. Stay where you're at. Stay here. I am staying here, but I told you broke. Alright. I'm moving your legs. Alright. Take a deep breath. I am. Alright, listen. Your weight going around last to make it worse. I know. Alright. So I want you. We're done. Just get up. We're done here. I want you to be done. We're gonna take it off. Alright. Alright. Well, it's just not wrestle anymore. It's just a lot of shit today. I know. You sweating? I'm sweating. Can we be done? I want to be no, bro. Like, alright, well, let's go to the hospital. You don't need to wrestle on the ground. Is that helping anything? No, it's not. Alright. Okay.
Eric attempts to unholster Officer Sutton's service weapon, eventually managing to loosen it and nearly knocking it to the ground. Fortunately, Eric's handcuffs prevented him from causing any further harm. As the chaotic scene finally settles, officers briefly discuss the frantic events that just unfolded.
I drove to the subway to meet her. I went to make sure he didn't go to subway in this communication. Come back here, I said, let me just check the house. They started getting real weird. I'm like, if you just stay back, he's a Baltimore City guy. Started to get real weird. I'm like, no, I can check the house. You stay back. You stay back. Stay back. Stay back. I go up and wait off. He wouldn't be up here. It was an attic thing. I'm done with school in it. Looked in there and saw the boy laying there on his pocket. Drug him out where he is now and did what I could. I immediately, as soon as I saw the boy's leg,
This cop was so quick on his feet. He was so quick on his feet. This cop was. But he is the one that did the CPR on the young man, and it was a lot for him. So yeah, it was very hard to watch, but this guy's a real monster. So if he did this to police officers, just imagine what his family went through being in that house with him. So
95 cents to get him out here and ask for more units to start the CPR, drug him down and start the CPR. Okay. Alright, are you good? No. You're good, you're not hurt. No, I'm hurt. Sure, if I'd have just did that first.
That right there. That right there. I'm sorry, yeah, but I just had to stop. I don't think that this cop should be taking the blame, or even feeling like he should take the blame for what this monster did. So he's actually blaming himself. He's saying that they should have did that first. No, well, also you got to think about, he didn't have to give them consent to search the house. I mean, of course they could have got a warrant, but they were trying to give him the benefit of the doubt. He's claiming that the boy ran out the house. And so when they left is when he went upstairs and put and put him in the crawl space. He wasn't in the crawl space the first time that y'all saw him on video. When they left for that 15 minutes to drive around and see if they saw him being there, he said he ran out the back door. That's when he told his two young boys, I saw the two young boys in the beginning, to go in the bathroom and cover their eyes. But the young, the son that's 7, you can tell that this man told them not to tell the cops what happened. But the young boy told his mother what happened. Like, not that she didn't see it. He just said that he saw him carrying DJ upstairs. But it's sick that he had his 7-year-old and the other one is 4, I believe. Go in the bathroom and cover your eyes. What, y'all? You know what's scary? The fact that yes, exactly. The fact that he was a cop. So Electro Jet, well, this is not like an isolated incident with his wife. So what happened was he had been torturing them in behind those walls, and she tried to get a restraining order before this, and they denied it. So when she got the restraining order this time, I think that he did this just to hurt the mother. Because if you listen to what he said, I don't know if you were here for that, Electro Jed. He said that they were moving to Arizona and he was packing. He packed his bags to go with his mother. But then he said, I had a conversation with him and he said that he didn't want the separation. So he either wanted it or he didn't. Then you're saying that, he coordinated leaving with his mother. So yeah, just go out there. So they suggested to him that maybe he went to a friend's house. He said, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's probably what happened. Like, anything except standing here in my face, get away from here till I get rid of this. Because I'm gonna take him out this crawl. I'm wondering what he was gonna do with him. I know he wasn't gonna leave him in that crawl space like that. But so if he could do this, to his family, you can imagine what happens to his family, right? If he could do this while all of these cops are here, imagine to what he was doing to ordinary citizens on the street. He's a big bully. And I believe that he unalived this young man because DJ wasn't his biological child, so he had no rights to the child. So I'm guessing that the two younger ones was going to stay here with him. But DJ, his wife DJ is going with her. Like, yeah. This is crazy. Oh, I know what I was doing. I was telling y'all this case, excuse me. This happened in 2021. I believe it was in 2021, July of 2021. I said, oh my goodness, how did I miss that? But yeah, this is an interesting story, but wait till I do the next story. Y'all gonna be like, what in the I got a doozy I found that I just have no understanding. The case is so complicated, but we're gonna get to it. Not today though, with this video, but I'm gonna do another one. So make sure y'all watch out for that. So let's go.
I'm gonna take the whole block left to see that. Steve, take him. Come on. Just do a CPR. Sorry. No, where's the Stepson? 1448 inside. Yeah, like well, we went upstairs to try to have a gun sleep area. There's like a gun sleep area, and my partner looked in there, 95, and I don't know what's going on. And then when we took it to my car, I gave him an opportunity because I needed to double lock his stuff, and then he unbuckled himself, went out and grabbed.
EMS attempted to perform CPR on Dason, but it was too late. Dason was declared deceased shortly after by EMS. What officers uncovered with Deredrum was only the beginning. As the investigation deepens, Eric's children would reveal further secrets, painting an even darker picture of the reality behind closed doors. For now, the decision is made to take Eric, his children, and his ex-wife Latrice to the police station. Police reports state that while Eric is being transported, he struck his head multiple times against the cage window bar, causing a welt to his head and damage to the patrol vehicle. Despite this, everyone would eventually make it to the station, each separated into their own individual rooms, awaiting intense interrogation. Eric would be left alone to hopefully calm down and collect his thoughts. Meanwhile, detectives speak with both Latrice and her child Evan, hoping to collect more information that can be used when speaking with their main suspect. They start with Latrice, asking her what kind of person Deredrum was. At this point, detectives are considering the possibility that he and Eric may have gotten into a fight that somehow escalated into tragedy. But what Latrice describes denies that theory completely, and makes Deredrum's case even more heartbreaking.
Can you sit a little bit closer over here?
Yeah.
There's a lot of specific questions that I wanted to talk to you about. Can you describe DJ? Was he an argumentative person? Was he a quiet person?
So the son was more of a quiet person. Until he got to know you, but he was always mannered. He talked to a lot of adults, but he never was disrespectful or any of that. I had teachers from his elementary, the principal, middle school, they all showed up for my son. He was that type of child. You know when teachers come.
Would you say he was a sweet boy?
He was very sweet and always willing to help. That was one of the things across the board. Always willing to help.
In the loft, in the crawl space in the loft, what was normally kept in there?
Nothing.
Safes?
Nothing.
Was that ever left open?
No.
It was always screwed.
It was always closed.
Okay.
Because I don't like it. Like, it freaked me out. There is a light switch in there.
Okay.
So I was like, where is that light coming from? And I turned the light switch off. But, I don't know, maybe it was him.
So let's talk about that. You called me and you said that you saw him, you viewed him at the funeral home. Are you okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
And it was before he was involved. Because I wanted to see him.
Right. And you saw new bruises.
Yes.
Where did you see new bruises?
On his nose. Like, that circular, dark mark on his upper nose. His lip looked busted also. Like, that wasn't there. And then his eyes were like purple. I don't like.
They were puffy and purple.
Yeah, it looked to me like he was in a fight. And my son doesn't fight.
Deredrum's autopsy report ruled his cause of death as asphyxiation, which, in combination with the bruises and marks on his face, implied he was likely strangled to death.
I knew it. And he was my baby. So I knew it. I still have those feelings that, no, I'm not happy with. Because to me, it doesn't say I did it, but it says there's enough evidence to say I did it. So, let's just say you did it then.
Latrice makes it clear she believes Eric is responsible, even though she didn't witness the incident herself. But her son Evan, seated just 3 doors down in his own interview room, has information that could take the investigation even further.
How are you? Good. You said your name is Evan, is that correct? Do you know how to spell your name? You can go ahead and write it down. 7. Okay, nice handwriting. And how old are you? 7. 7? You want to write 7 for me? So I don't forget. Sometimes I forget.
Notice the harsh contrast between interview rooms. Evan is sitting in the department's safety room, a space created to provide comfort and reduce stress for victims and young children involved in sensitive cases. His interviewer, Miwa, is a forensic interviewer from Maryland, trained specifically to speak with children and family members connected to a criminal investigation. And because Evan is only 7 years old, you'll notice a drastic difference in how his interview is conducted.
My job is to talk to kids and families all the time, and today I get to talk to you. And we talk about a lot of different things in this room. room, and this is called the safe room because anything we talk about is always safe, and you're not in any trouble. You're just understood to listen to you and talk to you. Okay.
Miwa explains to Evan that everything is being recorded and that he is not in trouble, but rather just there to help him out. She spends 15 minutes talking about movies and more of Evan's interests to help him get more comfortable before discussing the day of Dayson's murder.
And Evan, who do you live with?
My mom.
Your mom?
And Tristan.
Mm-hmm. Anyone else?
I live with TJ.
Mm-hmm.
And then my dad.
Okay. And do you know what you're here to talk about today?
Mm-mm.
No? So, tell me a little bit about your family.
Tristan, he likes to fight and plays and steal toys from others. I like the color, and then I also like Cat's Pop and Tristan.
And you said you also live with DJ, is that right?
Uh-huh. And my mom and Tristan.
So DJ, how old is DJ?
15.
15? Tell me about DJ.
DJ like going in the water, jiggling. Can't really remember all the stuff he used to do, but he loved playing Roblox games.
Tell me about the last time you saw DJ.
My mom wasn't at the house.
Tell me who was at the house.
Dad, and then DJ, and then me. DJ was going in Arizona with Mommy, and then Daddy was waiting at the door with DJ. DJ put his bags in the basement, and then I don't remember what happened next. That's all I remember.
Okay.
Miwa would tell Evan to draw the last time he saw Dayson, and he'd draw the staircase leading to the home's loft. The same staircase Eric has dragged Dayson's body up.
And so, who is this person?
That was DJ.
That was DJ? Where was Dad?
Right here.
Oh, okay. So Dad was up here and then DJ was right there? Okay. Where did they go after?
They never went anywhere. They were just waiting at the steps.
Oh, they were waiting at the steps? Who was he waiting for? Or what was he waiting for?
And he was waiting for Mom King. Like DJ.
Did that happen?
No.
Not yet. Was there anything that you worried about on that day?
No.
I wonder if there's anything that you were scared about that day.
I wasn't scared.
Evan struggles to reveal the details of the events he saw that day.
I don't think that he's struggling to remember anything. What I believe is that the father already told him, because if you notice what he's saying that DJ took his bags to the basement. If his mother was coming to get him, why would he take the bags to the basement? That didn't make sense. When the cops got there, the bags clearly was upstairs because Eric brought the bags out and put them on the lawn. And so he was saying that DJ's bags was at the back door. So this story that he's telling, like at that point when she asked him, was he scared or was he scared? That's something that his father had to tell him, because that's not the truth. Because he told his mother something different. So I'm gonna skip past him because his mother is going to tell a better story. And like I said, I don't know if this man is going to strike my video or not. I tried to reach out to him, but I couldn't find information. I like to tell people I'm using their video. So I'm going to go back to the mother because she's going to tell you what does Evan said to her. So it's a stark contrast of what he's saying here in this interview.
I just didn't want to pray too much, but then I said, oh, was DJ sleeping? He said, no, he wasn't snoring. And then I said, was he moving? And he was just like, no. And then he also told me that Daddy made him and Tristan go in the bathroom and cover their eyes.
Okay.
But this was before. This was when the police first knocked at the door.
Okay.
Evan didn't say anything about the knock because he told him to go in the bathroom first. So I'm a little confused of like the order. So I don't know if that's maybe when he was going to let the police in. But Evan did say he saw that. And he was in the living room because he told me he was watching Loki.
In addition to these grim details, Latrice would go on to explain how Eric's life had begun to collapse, all in synchrony. Due to the protective peace order Latrice had filed, Eric was suspended from the Baltimore Police Department the very same day of Dayson's death. He had just separated from his wife, was about to lose his children, and was now left without a job. Latrice also explained that the peace order she filed was not her first attempt to separate herself from Eric. Months prior, Latrice filed her first peace protective order, writing, "I am in fear for my life and well-being because Eric Banks keeps trying to control, follow, and emotionally abuse myself and my sons." The order was denied, however, and it wasn't until months later that her second attempt was granted. It was clear Eric's life was falling apart leading up to Dayson's death. Eric had hidden his body, lied to officers regarding his whereabouts, and had a violent outburst once the body was discovered. It'd be hard to assume that he wasn't directly implicated in Dayson's death. But evidence alone wouldn't be nearly enough to get him to confess. After all, he was a police officer of 10 years and knew how the criminal justice system worked just as
because this mofo is the worst of the worst. But so what they did was, because not only was he a police officer, he was also a Navy veteran. They brought somebody in on his level. But I want y'all to pay attention to the strategy that they used and how this mofo responded to it. You just unalived a 15-year-old boy, and you're able to sit in an interrogation and talk about stories that happened when you was in the Navy, and you're laughing like, yo, this pissed me off so bad. So just to let y'all know, I watched that part, a little bit of the interrogation. I didn't get to watch the full interrogation, so the rest of that I'll be watching. You know what they did though? They softened him up and broke him down for always. So that and they brought this cop in there for that reason, because they already knew, since he was a cop and in the Navy, he knew how to answer questions. So they used a tactic on him that went right past him. He didn't even realize it. And then it was like a friendly thing, like, yeah, you're one of us, blah 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 blah, because one of them was a veteran also. You're one, like, so it's like the way they were talking to him, like, you're one of us. But then after that, you know, they swooped down with the and it hit him, because he started. I cut it off at that point. So he's not gonna get nowhere. You're gonna see right here that he is not that smart of a man, of a boy, because I don't know if men really act like this. So let me bring this back over. Hopefully the guy is still not narrating and we get right to this interrogation. Hold on.
would crack even the most well-trained of suspects. Eric is placed into Anne Arundel County Interview Room 2B. This room was designed for priority matters, exclusive to high-profile cases. Because Eric had attempted to attack an officer earlier in the day, he's been handcuffed to the table to restrict movement. Eric is left alone for multiple hours as the detectives prepare for his interrogation. While waiting, he can be seen glancing around the room multiple times, likely searching for a camera. What Eric didn't know is Interview Room 2B has a small camera placed in an unusual location, which Eric never managed to spot. The primary investigator assigned to this case is Detective Louis Adrian. His prior service in the United States military likely factored into the department's strategic choice to have him conduct the interview. This shared background enables Adrian to establish rapport with Eric, a key component in the upcoming interaction.
So, you know, our viewers, we want to talk about what happened, why it happened, and anything surrounding that whole situation. But you know, as well as all of us, that we have to go through Miranda with you. So what I'm going to do is we're just going to go through Miranda first of all, and then I'll start getting all the other information, okay?
After reading Eric his rights, the detectives would spend nearly an hour connecting with Eric and bonding over their shared military experience.
He's like, now you come in, you're in front. Okay. We go back in, we're about to go in the building, like, you're in front. She's like, but I thought you said you like, some people are made, you know, to do certain things, and they say, I'm not made to be a front person. So I'm running the block then, and I remember Miss Foster was like, hey, whoever that officer is right there running, just keep going, because you're about to run into him. And out of nowhere, these two guys just come out, pop out, and I'm like, okay, I got him. And he just fell over, and he was like, yeah, whoever that was running, he was moving, and you just ran. And I was like, he was like, don't, because I was slowing down, like trying to look. He's like, no, keep going. And I'm running like, okay, you gonna tell me when?
This friendly conversation appeared to take Eric out of the tense mental state. It appeared that Eric sharing his favorite moments from the military gave him a sense of importance, like he had an identity he was proud of, or at least used to be. But that moment is short-lived, as he's quickly brought back to the reality of why he's sitting inside a police interrogation room.
So you
you spent 3 years and you're still active in the Baltimore City Police Department.
Yes, sir.
So from what I hear, you're suspended.
I'm suspended now. I'm going suspended, yes.
Okay, why? Can you tell me what's going on with that?
May 8th, I got a piece of protective order against my wife.
Okay.
And
you got one against her?
Yeah, I got one against her. Same day, she took the firearms out the house. She took the safe out of her home. You know, Hamilton County did press charges.
They press charges against
her for taking the safe with the firearms. Yes, sir.
And were they your duty firearms?
Duty firearm. My whole full duty belt was in there.
Okay.
Firearm, taser, magazine, pouches, everything was in there. She turned around and went like a piece on me, saying I was following her. But when she got it, that's when pretty much I have to get suspended. My mom sent something talking about I was following her. This and that. I'm like, how? I'm here at work. How you see I was following? I was like, there's no way. That's when we both ended up at the courthouse, and I was like, because I was like, I'm putting a stop to this. So I let the clerk know. I was like,
Electro Jed, you heard that? If you still in here, Electro Jed, did you hear what he just said? Exactly what you said. He said, how was I following her when I was at work? So using the police, the shield, the fact that you did what you did. And I would have removed, I'm with her. I would have removed the stuff too. Why? They wouldn't give her a restraining order. Why leave him with all of that, those pow-pows and all of that. And she apparently was dealing with him and he's a narcissist, you can tell, and he's and it's worse because he sounds like he's a psychopath and a narcissist. So I would have removed it as well. But to Electro Jed's point, what is he doing out there as a police officer, using that as a cover for the stuff that he decided to do? Hit that like button for me, please, if you're here, just in case you got to run. It's a free way to support the channel. And afterwards, I don't know if the hype button going to show up or not. So if it does, you can hype the video up. And for always, I did see, thank you for hyping all the videos that you were able to hype up. Thank you so much for that. But y'all hit the like button for the free 99, free.
I don't know what's going on, but every time that my wife's trying to leave or something's trying to happen secretly, there's a peace order for me to get kicked out the house. And I was like, that shouldn't be, and that's when they brought us both in, so we both got seen by the judge, and he granted us a peace order for both of us to stay away from each other.
Okay.
Yeah.
When was that?
That was just, was it 2 days ago?
Okay.
Or was it, no, Monday? No, yesterday. It was just
Tuesday,
yeah.
So y'all met with the judge
Tuesday.
And you're still suspended up until this point?
Yeah, I'm still suspended.
So when, maybe it's the way Baltimore works and how slow they are and stuff. So you have the peace order, she gets one on you, and then it gets
denied.
It
has to you have to do that for
they have to do that.
Yeah.
And so you're still suspended even though it's been cleared up?
Yes.
Gotcha, okay.
At this point, the detectives had no reason to assume Eric was lying. He'd been open and honest with them the entire time and seemed rather friendly. It isn't until they begin discussing the day of the incident that investigators realize Eric's perceived honesty had all been a calculated act.
So yesterday we go to court, get the piece of protective orders. They grant the whole motion, for us to stay away from each other. The two youngest boys supposed to stay with me. The oldest, he's going to Arizona with his mother. And she tells the judge, that's what you want to do, but something. So after that, called him, I was like, hey, start packing your bags. You're going to be going with your mom. He's like, what? Why? I'm like, your mom said you wanted this. You're supposed to do. I guess, I don't know. I didn't have that conversation. Previously to that, me and him had literally just sat down on the table. Because I could tell that my son was depressed. And he was going through, that's really what our trip on the first was, just to try to get him away, get him out. We sat down at the table and I'm like, what's going on with you? How are you feeling about this? Where are you at with this? And he's like, honestly, I don't know. He's like, I hate it. I don't want to feel like I'm choosing sides. I just want to be left alone, right? Because then it's they call me telling me this and this and that, and it's I gotta keep certain things from you. He's like, I don't want to be a part of this. He's like, I'm tired. So I say, just go start packing your bags. And he's like, okay. We wait. I get my paperwork. I come home, and on my way home, I just felt like I was done. You know what? Today's gonna be the day I'm gonna do it.
Okay.
Yeah. I feel like my family's falling apart. I'm suspended from work. Possibly gonna lose my job. So it's situation
building.
Just keep going. It's vendetta. I even sent a text and said, I don't know why we feel like we have to be at war. Right. We shouldn't have to be at war. It's if you are lying to these guys, I'm you guess what are you trying to move in with them? Telling them that you're living in hotels when you're not. You're staying with your mom. What are you doing? So at this point, it's you know what? I'm just tired.
Yeah, you're tired of it. Yeah, it's a way out to get peace. I get. Yeah, a lot of people go through that, man.
Yeah, it just was nothing. I felt like everything was just coming to an end, and I feel like that now. Honestly, everything's coming to me. I was you know what? I'm just gonna do it. It is what it is.
So when you got home yesterday, was there anyone in the house?
Yes, it was.
Well, this mofo just Oh my gosh. This mofo is typical narcissistic behavior. They rewrite history and now he's the freaking victim. So he said that he was basically tired and he keeps saying it over and over again, like he was going to unalive himself. Yeah. This clown, I told you I had watched it to a point, but I didn't watch all of it. This mofo is sitting here playing the victim, but when he was telling his naval stories, y'all saw how he was laughing and acting and remembering. Classic manipulation, narcissistic psychopath.
The song was in the house. Okay. Evan was in the house and Tristan was in the house. So you go in there and you're doing all this stuff, right? I go in there and I go in there. I see him upstairs. Like, he got his bags packed. And I had to go take his stuff downstairs when your mom's come. And she called him. He's like, Mom's calling. He was like, what did I say to her? I say, tell her, just talk to her. He's like, what she called you, whatever. And he answers the phone and they have a conversation. And that's when I'm like, okay, what she say? She said she's gonna be in the area, just put my stuff downstairs. I said, okay, cool. I said, so the police should be coming. And when they come, everything goes smoothly.
This is the moment where Eric's act begins. Notice how he begins looking blankly into the ceiling as he recounts critical moments. For the last hour, Eric hardly looked up to the ceiling once.
I go downstairs and I'm in the kitchen. I just made a big bowl of, who was it? Gatorade. Not a big bowl, but a big picture of Gatorade. It's blue. It's probably I believe it's still on the counter. Mm-hmm. But like I said, you say you know what. Yeah, I know. The bag of crushed up pills that I had was right there. The son came downstairs. He asked me something. He was like, what did he say? He came downstairs. He asked me something, and I can't remember his exact word. He was like, asked me, what was it? About, I think it was illegal or something like that. I said, the son, just wait. Let's we have like, because he was like, I don't want to go. He was just telling me that he didn't want to go and shit like that. I said, look, just wait. We're not going to talk about shit, because like, I'm going to take your brothers to your mom's house. I was coming back. I said, your mom gets here with the police before I get back. Unfortunately, you got to go with her. That's just who it is. He's upstairs. I remember Tristan. I told Tristan, I said, Tristan, go get your shoes. Tristan said, okay. So Tristan goes upstairs, he gets his shoes. And he comes, he's like, Daddy, what's wrong? DJ. I'm like, huh? So I go upstairs, and DJ's he's in the bathroom, and he's in the tub. And that's when I seen him. I was like, what the fuck? That's why I pulled him out the tub. And as I'm pulling him out the tub, I laid him flat on his back on the floor. Mm-hmm. And was it at that time? I'm not sure. I think it was Evan or Tristan. He was like, Daddy, somebody at the door. And I'm just looking at my feet. I'm like, what the fuck is this? I'm like, what the fuck?
Eric makes his story clear. He had planned to end his life, but coincidentally, Dason had the same plan and did it first. It's an extremely complex alibi and only becomes more unlikely after Eric explains why Dason's body ended up hidden inside his bedroom.
So I went downstairs, I go to the front door, the officer said. Okay. And I panicked, I was like, I don't know what the fuck to say. So he asked me, he was like, hey, what's going on? I started talking to him, telling him what's going on. What did he say? He said, so what's the situation? And I told him about the situation. And I was like, my wife, she's supposed to wait on y'all to come. You're supposed to be serving her with a piece of protective order. And when he's like, she's supposed to be picking up our son. And he was like, is she here? And at the time, he was upstairs on the floor, in the bathroom. When he said, was she here? My mom was like, no. Okay. Yeah. You panicked? Yeah. Because I already looked at all the movement. And I was like, you got all that? Yeah. Was it? And when I got out of the bathtub, I asked the officer, there's a nose body on camera room, you can see, I asked him, like, can I go in the house, use the bathroom real quick? I remember asking that, he was like, no, just wait, okay. And then the other officer showed up. And when he showed up, he's asking, he was like, so, is the song here? Still the same thing, okay, I should have said yes. I knew my state of mind, was kill Eric. Okay. Now let me ask you this, is that why, because I did watch some of the footage, when they went to loosen your handcuffs, you kind of got a little silly on them. You remember that? Yeah. What was you went for the officer's gun. What was up with that? Before we get to that, when I first went back in the house, when the officer told me, he told me, he said, go get the son's phone. Mm-hmm. I ran upstairs, his phone was in the bathroom on the counter. Okay. So I went upstairs, and I get the phone. Because before I did that, I asked him, I said, can I go upstairs? Can I go in and use the bathroom? Because I initially wanted to shut the door. He said, no, just wait. And then the other officer was like, well, go out, I need you to go grab the son's phone. I ran up, grab it. And I shut the bathroom door. Which bathroom was it? Was it the one in the master or the small one? No, the small one. The small one in the hallway. And I'm still shaking it out. And then when I come back downstairs, I go out the door, I give him the phone, I'm still shaking in my head, and everything's in my head saying, just say what you saw.
But then, in my other part, I'm like, my son just did this.
Right.
Objectively, Eric's story hits all the points. He has an excuse for almost every suspicious detail, even finding a way to explain why blood was found all over his house. The issue is that these details are simply too coincidental to ever sound believable, and even Eric knows this.
I don't know why, I just was like, I gotta move him. I did go pick him up, did the fireman carry, took him out of the bathroom, into the master bedroom, up the stairs, and I was like, because I know they're gonna want to come back in the house and search it. I was like, I'm gonna be cool, I'm fine with that. I was gonna let them search it. And I talked them in, I tucked him in the area, and I left the thing open.
So when you say the area, you're talking like a
crawl
space. Okay,
yeah.
Alright.
But getting back to that, when they came in to search the house, they went upstairs, and he seen the thing open from the officer. When he asked, I panicked, and I was like, yeah, this is where I keep my safe, blah, blah, whatever. But the son was in there.
The son was in there, okay.
And they put the handcuffs on me. I went back downstairs. When they put me downstairs, I was like, life is over because it looks different. It's no matter what I say from this point, it looks like I'm lying. It looks like I lied because I already lied twice. You asked me what the son in the house, I said no. You asked him, did I know where he went? I said, no, I think he ran out the back door or something. And, you know, so it always looked bad because I'm already told you a lie. Even though in my head it's like, you probably should just said the truth. You probably honestly should have left him where he was at.
Call police or down the phone or whatever.
Yeah, call police.
Yeah, that's the part. But times
but I was already in, I was only in the mindset of Eric's gonna die today. I was in, seeing that he was there, that he was in the tub, and it was like, tub was full of water. I was like, my son did this. No, I have to do it.
Okay.
The detectives decide to take a break and discuss what their next plans would be. At this point, they both know Eric is lying to their faces, so the goal for the rest of the interrogation will be to get Eric to admit to his lies and ultimately confess to the murder. To do this, they decide on Detective Adrian conducting the rest of the interrogation alone. Since one-on-one confrontation is generally considered to be more effective, Adrian would return with a clearly different demeanor from earlier. He's stern and wastes no time in asserting that his nice cop act is over.
Are you good? Do you need anything before we start again?
I'm good.
Are you sure? Alright. So Detective DePietro had to step aside just for a second. But what I wanted to do, like I told you, I wanted to come back and go back over some things with you. I actually want to go back and in detail just go through some of these steps.
Eric would recount his story exactly the same as before, claiming he simply found Dason dead and had nothing to do with it. And it seemed as though Detective Adrian had nothing concrete to combat Eric's lies. That was until he brought out Dason's autopsy report.
I'm gonna tell you this. I know that you spent 10 years in the military, and you were in the Marines, weren't you?
Yes.
What's their whole thing in the Marines? Like, what do they always teach? Honor, integrity.
Honor, coaching.
Yeah. And to be honest with you, I don't see that from you right now based on what you're telling me.
Okay.
I think you're telling me something different.
Okay.
But I know you're a Marine.
Okay.
I know a lot of people that's Marines, man. And that's one thing that they would, like, integrity, honor. No, you don't mess with that if you're a Marine.
Yes.
My bad, y'all. I thought he was in the Navy. He is a Marine. So my bad. He's a Marine. Rebecca, I don't know if I get messing with him. I believe he did it because, like, and I'm even thinking that he was not going to be the only one. That's what I'm feeling like. I don't think that he was going to stop at him. What he probably thought was the ex-wife is coming there to pick him up, and yeah, he probably was going to do something, to her, but he didn't say that. They didn't say that those other two children was going with the wife. They only said DJ was because he wasn't the biological child and he didn't have any say in that. But now that I see the rest, I'm watching the rest of this interrogation with y'all, I don't think that DJ was going to be the only person that he unalived that day. If the cops didn't show up as fast as they did.
I know you want to tell me the truth, and you sitting here like giving me a story. You give me what I want to hear, just to sound good, but it's not it. That's not it.
Trust me, I'm not trying to sound good.
And I'm gonna tell you the other thing, and I'm gonna be straight up with you.
Yeah.
You keep talking about the autopsy. The autopsy said he was strangled.
Hell no.
The autopsy said he was strangled.
Hell no. Hell to the no. Hell to the no, DJ was no strangled. Hell to the no.
I'm gonna just let it sink in and let you decide what you're gonna explain that to me.
Because, no, DJ wasn't strangled.
What happened? Tell me what happened.
There's no, DJ was not strangled. DJ, like I told you, DJ went downstairs, he came back upstairs, and DJ was in that tub. Like I said, when I came in that room, he was in the tub. When I grabbed him out, I grabbed him like this, and I pretty much put him in the fire mask trolley. When he left, I could drag him up to my room. If that's the case, I would have left him in there, and I would say, or had them come in there to be like, but DJ wasn't no strangle. There was no way, DJ wasn't no strangle.
That's your boy. You had pride in him.
Yeah, but
you had pride in him. You were trying to help him out with his grades. You were giving him STEM classes, and then this happened.
But you saying DJ was strangled? Nah.
Well, then tell me what happened. This didn't happen. I'm gonna tell you that right now. This didn't happen.
You saying he wasn't?
So no, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. I believe that part, but I believe something else happened.
Note Eric's lack of emotion when hearing this information. No tears are shed, but rather an array of defensive rage. This, alongside the other countless red flags Eric is portraying, is a telltale sign for detectives that a suspect is lying.
You need to tell me the whole story.
Like I said, DJ, when I came in there, DJ was literally in that tub. There was no way I'm gonna sit there and strangle DJ. Not wrong, Tristan. I don't even have I'm going to strangle this boy. I have nothing against him to want to strangle him. Nothing. Okay. No aim in my heart, no nothing. Because like I said, if I was going to do that, why would I leave my other two boys? If I was going to do that, I would have took all of us out. DJ was not no strangle.
So you know what happened? Tell me the story. You started from scratch. Tell me the story.
DJ was not no strangle.
Then tell me what happened. You're not telling me the truth. Tell me what happened.
Bro,
I'm right here saying right now, I'm giving you a chance right now.
You asked me to tell you that I strangled myself.
No, I didn't.
Eric understands the legal system well enough to avoid offering a direct confession when confronted. From investigators' perspective, he knows that admitting involvement is the worst thing he can possibly do. Well, besides not asking for an attorney. Regardless, it's going to take more than just a heated confrontation to make Eric crack. So Detective Adrian resorts to a completely different approach. Empathy.
I'm going to tell you right now, the way this is going to be something you're going to have to live with for the rest of your life.
Yes, sir.
This is something you are going to have to think about every night before you close your eyes. And when you close your eyes, you're going to think about what you did to him. That's what you're going to think about. You're going to think about what you did to him. And it's going to haunt you for the rest of your life. Or what you can do is you can talk to me. You can tell me what really happened, and at least that load will be off your chest.
See, I'm telling you right now, there's no, you're telling me to say I strangled my son. I did not strangle my son. That's what you asked me. I understand you're trying to lie with me and and show compassion, trying to there's no me in strangling DJ at all.
Okay, so let's take strangle out.
There's no me strangling DJ.
You taking strangle out of the equation now.
Okay.
What happened?
I told you what happened.
You taking strangle out.
Yes.
What happened?
He was upstairs in that tub. DJ was literally in that tub.
You didn't put him there.
I did not put him there. No. DJ was physically in that tub already. When I came to that bathroom, DJ was in there.
Did you assist him at all with anything?
No, I didn't assist him at all with nothing. Nothing. I did not assist him getting in that bathroom. I did not assist him going in that bathroom. He was upstairs already. Like I said, when he went downstairs, he was downstairs for a good period of time. He was upstairs, and what's his name? I was down. Tristan was down. Tristan was trying to go with his name with a shoe. I told him, and that's when Tristan said out of his mouth, "Daddy, what's wrong with DJ?" Tristan literally said it out of his mouth, and I went up there to check on him. I don't recall seeing him. What do you moving no bell?
Like, oh my gosh! Now he got talk about the baby. Said what's wrong with him. Y'all just look at the screen right now. That is nothing but guilt on this man's face. And boom, he said it. As soon as I pushed play and unpaused it the last time, if I would have did this, I would have took all of us out. Then there you go. That was the plan. You was gonna take everybody out, but the cops was too fast. You didn't even move DJ where you needed to move him. Because what is crazy is, if you're saying that you saw him in the bathroom in the tub, you send your other two sons in there to tell them to cover their eyes. But I believe that he told those boys, he had those boys so scared, and that's why you hear in the interrogation with Evan, that's why I cut it short and went to the mother, because he told that boy, that boy what to say, and you better not say. And the fact that he continuously was trying to get out of the car, saying that he wanted to kiss his boys, I just think that he wanted to reiterate to them in their ear, remember what I said. You better not say nothing, or whatever. So that's why I went past him. and we heard what we heard from him and went to the mother. This man is sick. I think that he was gonna, I think he was gonna unalive everybody. I think that because he told them to go in the bathroom and cover their eyes. So it's a lot that's going on that he keeps saying about this bathroom. That's where he found DJ at, in the tub in the bathroom. Why would you have these boys go in there and close their eyes? Why not just tell these boys, go up to your room? You know, little kids run fast. I believe he was going to do the whole family. He said he didn't have nothing to lose. He had lost his job, lost his wife. He had nothing to lose. So he said he was going to unalive himself, but DJ unalived himself first. Yeah, he was getting ready to take out the whole family. So he's a freaking psychopath.
I'm going to remove anything that could have been around his neck. I don't call me.
So here's the thing, and I hate to frustrate you, and I hate to, but I also have a job to do, and I also have to get down to the bottom of this. And when I walk through the door, and when I hear everything that happened, things don't add up. Things don't make sense. Okay, they don't make sense at all. If you would have done things different, if you would have been like, yes, my son, I just found my son in the tub, I helped him out, and told the officer, you know this. If you would have done it that way, it would have been different. But the fact that you did it, now you're sitting here trying to explain yourself.
I'm sitting here because the whole situation, I'm sitting here because I lied and said he wasn't in the house. I'm sitting here because I didn't tell the officer, like you said, it's straightforward what was going on.
That's too much right there. How, like you said earlier, how are we supposed to believe you now?
Yeah, like I said,
so you telling me how am I supposed to strangle him? How did I not assist him in getting in the tub and, I don't know, possibly drowning him? I don't know.
No.
I don't know. But here's the thing. All I know is that you keep lying.
No, bro.
You lied initially twice. How do I know you're not lying right now?
Because I told you straightforward. I say, that's why I be straightforward. That's why I know twice. Bro, because that's what I said in the beginning. I said straightforward. There's nothing I can say. I said, I already know y'all done your homework. Lay it all out on the table. I said, because there's nothing I can say just because I already lied twice. I said he wasn't in home. I identified that. I messed that up. Because then I see my son is dead.
Okay. Alright, do you, I'm gonna leave you alone for a little bit. To think about things, but do you want anything else to drink or anything to eat?
I'm good with the water and the chips.
Okay. Give me just a second.
Okay. Alright.
You need anything else?
No sir.
Alright.
As the detective leaves, Eric scans the room thoroughly and finally notices the camera hidden inside room 2B. Moments after making eye contact with the camera, he lets out one last desperate act.
Strangle? I don't know.
Unfortunately, it'd be too late to act his way out of the murder. Eric's testimony was flimsy at best, and Detective Adrian decided he'd gotten enough to wrap the nearly 5-hour interview up. Shortly thereafter, Eric was booked into the Anne Arundel County Detention Center.
All right, so that's it. That's as much as I'm going to use of the video. It's almost over anyway. But the case went to trial, and of course, like the biatch that he is, he took an Alford plea. If you know what an Alford plea is where they said where he says they have enough evidence to convict him, but he's not admitting to anything. But he knows that if he went to trial, that they was going to find him guilty. So he took a plea deal, Alford plea deal, and received a 42-year sentence. So how can people eat in this situation? He don't care. You know, narcissists don't really feel emotion. They're detached. You know, and especially depending on what type of narcissist it is, because I think there is 4 or 5 different types of narcissists, different and being a narcissist is nothing but having it's a mental disorder, but everything they do is with intention. They are more aligned with like the devil, and evil. That is just what it is. It's the reality. And this guy, he shows, he has a narcissistic trait, and he's a psychopath from what I just watched. And narcissists are only interested in doing one thing, and that's protecting their image. Period, point blank. Control and protecting their image. Once they feel like they lost control, depending on what type of narcissist they are, they'll either, leave a situation like without even telling you, once they feel like their control is slipping, but they don't physically leave the situation. They mentally leave the situation, but they gaslight you. They do all types of stuff. Some of them just go silent. They think that their silence is a weapon. And some of them get violent, but their main goal is to protect their image. They have a lot of ego issues, and they and once a person finds out about a narcissist, they start a smear campaign against the other person. So behind those walls is hell. You may be going through hell on wheel behind the walls, but when narcissist gets out in public, they are charming. Oh, they're the most helpful people. They're the nicest people. They're very likable. And they always have this image that they need to have, intact. So I can only imagine what his family was going through inside that house. Because listen, he's a Marine. He's a police officer. So if he treated like anybody that he deemed a prisoner as crap on the street to his fellow officers, he's not showing that. And to anybody else that he wants to hide who he really is, and a lot of them they are not apologetic. They will never admit reason why he didn't take why he took the Alford plea, because he would never admit to doing any of this. And he put it back on the victim. That's what they do. They rewrite history, try to flip the script on the person who's the victim. And and their main goal is to, protect their image and control. But another one of their traits are that they are actually out to destroy the person that they're with once they find out. And if they're confronted about their narcissistic behavior, they play all types of games. So the only way to combat a narcissist or to get out of that is to ignore them. You cannot show them any type of emotion, sad or happy, because they like when you're sad. They smile, I did my job for the day. But when you get them flat emotion and you're living your life, they don't like that. They're going to start gaslighting you. Oh, and this, and you don't want to break up the family, do you? And you don't want this, or you don't want that. Some of them, like I said, just remain silent. And they use their silence as a weapon. They've already found somebody else that they're getting ready to move on with. And they're out there with the imposter syndrome on the next, onto the next victim. That's how it works. It's evil and it's sad, but this is what you're dealing with people that are like him. This guy, he's a narcissist and a psychopath. That's a lot. Oh my goodness, I just can't. Thank you, Electro Jed. Over here, I don't do all the. Yeah, I don't do all that. Thank you so much for that compliment. It means a lot. I don't get into all that because it defeats the purpose. It's draining. So yeah, your father was a Marine. He was mean. Yeah. It's about wasn't easy for the wife. Yeah. Yep. It wasn't. I'm sure. Trust and believe me, I am sure. It is the worst. Dealing with a narcissist is worse than physical abuse, period. It is, because it's a game that they'll keep playing until you clip them and not say anything else to them ever again. Like if you're ever dealing with a narcissist, run, and know that they're going to try. If they see you happy, they're stalking your social media, everything. They look at, oh, she happy, she's smiling. Let me send her a text. How you doing? I miss you. Nah, you have to break free and you have to break free and clear. And so it's not just it's women and men alike, but it's a thing that happens. Like it's sad, but whatever. I mean, you know, I'm not saying whatever to this situation. I'm just saying like it's a lot to deal with a narcissist. They don't like to be called down on the BS. So I do have another story. Like I said, that one I'm going to see if maybe I'll try to see if I can do it tomorrow. I have to see what my mother's. Oh no, tomorrow it's almost New Year, so yeah, I ain't gonna be fooling me. I'm thinking, well, tomorrow's is 30th, but still, people get ready for the New Year's. You know, people are out getting ready for the New Year's, but I do have a story that is so freaking crazy. I was like, what? It gets worse? Yeah. I'm gonna see what I can do. I'm gonna see what I can do about that story, because actually, I don't think that she has been sentenced yet. It turned out, oh my goodness, it's a mess, y'all. It's good though. It's good, and just to have your stomach ready for it. Tomorrow is, what is tomorrow? The 30th, right? Okay, so the 31st is New Year's Eve. Maybe I'll try to get it in tomorrow before, or maybe I may go live again tonight. Maybe I'll just do it tonight. I'll just see what I'm doing. But I know I have to take care of my mother, so I have to go and and do that on the New Year's. I'm going to bring New Year's in over there. I don't like the way my equipment works on the laptop, so I don't know. But anyway, we're going to get to it. I got a good one for y'all. Y'all going to be like, what the heck is that? What? I couldn't believe it, and I still can't believe it. I can't believe. Anyway, so y'all know that I gotta leave here. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Please don't leave without hitting the like button. You know I'm gonna leave. I can't go anywhere without bringing awareness that men get breast cancer too. Because of the stigma surrounding the word breast, we have changed the word to peck and/or chest cancer here on the Survivor Speaks channel. So I'm going to continue to bring awareness that men get breast cancer too. And to all of my ladies, please make sure you are getting your mammograms, filling on your boobies to make sure that you are all right. All right. And don't you let anyone come to your house and disturb the peace that passes all understanding. Thank y'all for rocking out with me. I'm Survivor Speaks. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace and happy holidays, but I hope to talk to y'all before the new year. Peace. If you have made it to the end of the video, you are the real MVP. So don't forget to comment, like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for watching.